story time. Oh, I bet you can guess what kind of zoo animal story we're going to be reading about today. You guessed it. It's going to be a giraffe story. Now, not just any ordinary giraffe. It's a giraffe and his name is Gerald. And Gerald has a problem. He can't dance. That's his problem, or he thinks he can't dance in our story. And we're going to find out how his problem is solved, and maybe he figures out that he can dance. I don't know. What do you think? Well, we're going to find out in our story today called Giraffes Can't Dance by Giles Andre and Guy Parker Reeves. There he is. He looks like he might be dancing on the cover of our story. Well, let's see what happens. Oh, one more thing, girls. In our story, there's lots of words that rhyme. So be listening very carefully and see if you can hear lots of rhyming words in our book today. Here we go. Giraffes can't dance. Gerald was a tall giraffe whose neck was long and slim, but his knees were awfully crooked and his legs were rather thin. He was very good at standing still and munching shoots off trees, but when he tried to run around, he buckled at the knees. Oh, look, he fell down. Buckling means that they bend and make him fall. Poor Gerald. Now, every year in Africa, they hold the jungle dance, where every single animal turns up to skip and prance. And this year, when the day arrived, poor Gerald felt so sad, because when it came to dancing, he was really very bad. There they are at the jungle dance. Gerald does look sad, doesn't he? And everybody else is dancing around, having a grand old time. The warthogs started waltzing, and the rhinos rock and rolled. The lions danced a tango that was elegant and bold. Look, there they are dancing. See them all? Look at the lions doing the tango. The chimps all did a cha-cha with a very Latin feel. And 8 baboons then teamed up for a splendid Scottish reel. Look at those dancing monkeys, chimpanzees. Gerald swallowed bravely as he walked toward the floor, but the lions saw him coming and they soon began to roar. Hey, look at clumsy Gerald, the animals all sneered. Giraffes can't dance, you silly fool. Gerald, you're so weird. Oh, how do you think that made Gerald feel? I bet really sad. That would make me sad too. Gerald simply froze up. He was rooted to the spot. They're right, he thought. I'm useless. Oh, I feel just like a clot. So he crept off from the dance floor and he started walking home. He'd never felt so sad before, and so sad and so alone. Poor Gerald. Then he found a little clearing, and he looked up into the sky. The moon can be so beautiful, he whispered with a sigh. Excuse me, coughed a cricket who'd seen Gerald earlier on. But sometimes when you're different, you just need a different song. Let's see. Listen to the swaying grass and listen to the trees. To me, the sweetest music is those branches in the breeze. So imagine that the lovely moon is playing just for you. Everything makes music if you really want it to. Right? If you listen to all the sounds of nature, that's music too, right? With that, the cricket smiled and picked up his violin. Then Gerald felt his body do the most amazing thing. His hooves had started shuffling, making circles on the ground. His neck was gently swaying and his tail was swishing around. What do you think's gonna happen? He threw his legs out sideways and he swung them everywhere. Then he did a backward somersault and leapt them to the air. Oh my goodness, he leapt up in the air. Look at Gerald. I think he's, what? Dancing. Look at him go. And look, he looks so happy. Look at him. Wow, Gerald felt so wonderful. His mouth was open wide. I'm dancing. Yes, I'm dancing. Oh, I am dancing, Gerald cried. Look, he's doing it. He really is. Then one by one, each animal who'd been there at the dance arrived while Gerald boogied and watched them quite entranced. They shouted, "It's a miracle! We must be in a dream. Gerald's the best dancer that we had ever seen. Look at Gerald go! Look how awesome he is!" Wow, he knew how to dance the whole time. How did you learn to dance like that? Please, Gerald, tell us how. But Gerald simply twirled around and finished with a bow. Then he raised his head and looked up at the moon and stars above. We all can dance, he said, when we find the music that we love, right? We can all dance. Okay. All right, dancing girls, I challenge you to make up your own dance. I bet you can do it. You go and dance your dance. Pick your music and make up your own dance.